The coffee shop on River Street was small but warm and always busy in the morning. Soft music played from hidden speakers and the smell of fresh coffee filled the air. People stood in line, checking their phones, talking quietly, or staring at the menu board. For most of them, ordering coffee was simple and quick. For Maya, it was never simple. Maya stood near the counter with her hands folded tightly in front of her. She was a young deaf woman who had learned to live with patience. She could read lips a little, but fast talk and noisy places made it hard. The menu board was high, and the words were small. She already knew what she wanted, but saying it was another challenge. When it was her turn, she stepped forward and smiled politely at the barista. The barista greeted her with a fast sentence and a friendly tone. Maya saw moving lips but could not catch the meaning. She gently pointed to the menu and then signed with her hands, slow and clear. Her signs were careful and respectful. The barista froze for a moment. She tried again, speaking louder this time. People behind Maya began to shift and sigh. Someone checked their watch. Maya felt her face grow warm. She shook her head and signed again, trying to explain that she could not hear. The barista looked confused. She tried pointing at different items and saying their names. Maya nodded at one, then shook her head at another. The line grew longer. A man behind her cleared his throat in an impatient way. Maya lowered her eyes. This moment was familiar. It happened often in shops and offices. She was used to the feeling of being rushed and misunderstood. Still, it never stopped hurting. A few steps back in line stood a man named Adam. He was holding the hand of a small boy with bright eyes and messy hair. The boy was around 6 years old and swinging his legs with excitement. Adam was a single dad who worked night shifts and stopped here every morning before taking his son to school. Adam had been watching the situation quietly. He noticed Maya's hands moving and her calm but tense expression. He noticed the way people behind her grew restless. Something in his chest tightened. Adam gently squeezed his son's hand and leaned down. He whispered something to the boy, who nodded quickly. Adam then stepped forward slightly and raised his hand toward the barista, asking politely for a moment. The barista looked relieved and stepped aside a little. Adam turned toward Maya. He smiled warmly, not rushed, not awkward. Then he lifted his hands and began to sign. His movements were slow but clear. He signed a simple question, asking what she would like to order. Maya's eyes widened. For a second, she did not move. She stared at Adam's hands as if she could not believe what she was seeing. Then her face changed. A bright smile spread across her lips, the kind that reached her eyes. Her shoulders relaxed. She signed back, her hands moving faster now, full of relief and happiness. She told him her order, adding a small thank you at the end. Adam nodded and signed that it was no problem. He turned to the barista and spoke clearly, repeating Maya's order word for word. The barista listened closely and nodded, quickly entering it into the machine. The tension in the line faded. Some people looked surprised. Others looked thoughtful. The man who had cleared his throat earlier looked down at his phone. Maya stepped aside to wait for her drink. Adam moved back to stand beside her. For a moment, neither of them spoke. The coffee machine hummed behind the counter. Maya signed another thank you, slower this time, with feeling. Adam signed back, telling her that his mother was deaf and had taught him sign language when he was young. He explained that he used it often at home. Maya's smile softened. She signed that it must have been nice to grow up with someone who understood. Adam nodded. He signed that it taught him patience and kindness. The small boy tugged at Adam's sleeve. He looked up at Maya with curiosity and waved shyly. Maya laughed silently and waved back. She signed hello to him, and he tried to copy her hand shape, giggling when he got it wrong. Their drinks were called out by the barista, who now looked a little embarrassed but grateful. Adam took both cups and handed one to Maya. She accepted it with care. Before leaving, Maya signed one more sentence. She told Adam that moments like this mattered more than people realized. That being understood, even for a minute, could change an entire day. Adam felt a lump in his throat. He nodded and signed that he was glad he could help. They walked out of the shop together, the bell above the door ringing softly behind them. Outside, the morning sun touched the street. People hurried past, unaware of the small but powerful moment that had just happened inside. Maya took a sip of her coffee and smiled to herself. For the first time that morning, she felt seen, respected, and light inside. Adam watched her walk down the street and felt something warm settle in his chest. Neither of them knew it yet, but this simple exchange, this signed message in a busy coffee shop, was only the beginning of a story that would slowly change both of their lives. Part 2, 1,600 words kaleko or interesting hunachia or third-person style malekni ha or simple basic English cod. Don't use any violated word. So please avoid any violated content. Don't use ... Part 2. The next morning, the coffee shop on River Street looked the same as always. Steam rose from cups, chairs scraped softly on the floor, and the doorbell rang again and again. But for Maya, it felt different now. She stood outside for a moment before going in, holding her bag close. Her heart beat a little faster than usual. She told herself she was only here for coffee. Still, her eyes searched the room when she stepped inside. Adam was already there, standing near the counter with his son Leo. Leo was talking excitedly, pointing at a cookie jar. Adam smiled and nodded, then noticed Maya at the door. Their eyes met. Adam's face lit up with surprise. He lifted his hand and waved, then signed a simple hello. Maya felt her chest warm. She signed hello back, her smile quick and bright. This time, she did not struggle at the counter. Adam stood beside her, not taking over, just supporting. He signed calmly as she ordered for herself. The barista watched closely and tried to understand the signs, nodding slowly. It took a bit longer, but no one complained. When they finished, they sat at a small table near the window. Leo climbed onto his chair and swung his legs, humming softly. Maya signed to Leo, asking about school. Leo answered with signs he knew, mixed with gestures and a few spoken words. Maya laughed, her shoulders shaking with joy. Adam watched them, amazed at how natural it felt. Adam signed to Maya that Leo had been learning sign language since he was little. Maya nodded with approval. She signed that children learned kindness early when they were taught to understand others. Adam agreed. He shared, through signs, that life had been hard since his wife passed away years ago. He had learned to be strong for Leo. Some days felt heavy, but moments like this made things lighter. Maya's expression softened. She signed slowly, choosing her words with care. She told him that silence could be lonely, but it also made her notice small things. She noticed people's eyes, their hands, their true feelings. It helped her understand the world in her own way. Adam listened closely. He did not interrupt. He did not rush. That alone made Maya feel safe. Over the next few days, they began to meet often. Sometimes it was in the morning, sometimes in the evening. They talked through signs and written notes on phones. They shared stories about daily life, work, and small dreams. Maya worked as a graphic designer from home. She loved colors and shapes. She explained how silence helped her focus. Adam worked at a warehouse at night. He shared how tired he felt but how Leo's smile kept him going. One afternoon, they took a walk in the park. Leaves moved gently in the wind. Children ran past, laughing loudly. Maya did not hear the sound, but she saw the joy in their faces. Adam signed that he sometimes worried about the future. Money, work, raising a child alone. Maya signed that fear was natural, but sharing it made it smaller. They sat on a bench. Leo played nearby with a small ball. Maya watched Adam as he signed. His hands were strong but gentle. She noticed the care in his movements. For Adam, being with Maya felt calm. He did not have to explain himself too much. Silence was not awkward. It was peaceful. One evening, Maya invited Adam and Leo to her small apartment for dinner. She cooked simple food and decorated the table with soft lights. Adam was nervous, but Maya reassured him with a smile. Leo loved the place. He pointed at Maya's art on the walls and asked questions. Maya explained each piece through signs, her face glowing with pride. After dinner, they played a board game. Leo laughed loudly when he won. Maya laughed silently, but just as deeply. Adam felt a warmth he had not felt in a long time. Later that night, after Leo fell asleep on the couch, Adam and Maya sat quietly. The room was still. Maya signed something important. She signed that people often treated her like she was weak because she was deaf. They spoke for her or ignored her. Adam's face tightened. He signed that she was strong and capable and deserved respect. Maya looked at him for a long moment. Then she smiled, a soft and grateful smile. As weeks passed, their bond grew stronger. They supported each other in small ways. Adam fixed a broken shelf for Maya. Maya helped Leo with his homework using drawings and signs. But not everyone understood their connection. One day, at the coffee shop, a stranger stared at Maya and then spoke loudly to Adam, asking why he bothered signing when he could just talk. Adam felt anger rise, but Maya gently touched his arm. She signed calmly that ignorance came from lack of understanding. Adam nodded, but the moment stayed with him. That night, Adam lay awake thinking. He wondered how hard life must have been for Maya. He wondered if he was ready to stand beside her, not just in easy moments but in difficult ones too. The next day, Adam invited Maya to attend a community event about inclusion and communication. It was held at a local center. Maya was hesitant but agreed. At the event, Adam stood on stage briefly. He spoke about his mother, about learning sign language, about meeting someone who reminded him how powerful simple kindness could be. Maya watched from the crowd, her eyes shining. When Adam finished, he looked directly at her and signed a message just for her. He signed that meeting her had opened his heart again. Maya felt tears gather in her eyes. She signed back that his kindness had given her courage. The room filled with applause. Maya did not hear it, but she felt the vibration and saw the smiles around her. As they walked home that night, side by side, Maya realized something important. This connection was not just about help or comfort. It was about respect, patience, and shared understanding. Adam realized it too. Holding Leo's hand and walking beside Maya, he felt hopeful. Life was still uncertain, but it no longer felt empty. Both of them sensed that something deeper was forming, something strong enough to face the world together. And neither of them wanted to let it go. Part 3, 1600 words Kaleko or interesting Hunachia or third-person style Malekni Ha or simple basic English Ka. Don't use any violated word. So please avoid any violated content. Don't use ... Part 3. Spring arrived slowly on River Street. Trees showed small green leaves, and the air felt softer. Maya noticed the change through light and color. Adam noticed it through longer days and Leo's growing excitement to play outside after school. Their lives had begun to blend in gentle ways. Mornings often started together at the coffee shop. Afternoons sometimes ended with walks or quiet dinners. Nothing felt rushed. Nothing felt forced. One Saturday morning, Adam invited Maya and Leo to the local market. Stalls were filled with fruit, bread, flowers, and handmade goods. People talked loudly, laughed, and moved in groups. Maya stayed close to Adam, not because she was afraid, but because being near him felt safe. Leo ran ahead, pointing at balloons and toys. Maya watched him with joy. She signed to Adam that Leo was growing fast. Adam smiled and nodded. He signed that Leo reminded him to stay hopeful. At one stall, a woman selling flowers noticed Maya's signs. She smiled and tried a simple sign she knew. Maya's face lit up. They shared a short exchange of signs and smiles. Adam watched this and felt proud. He saw how Maya's world grew brighter when others tried to meet her halfway. Later that day, they sat on the grass in the park. Leo played with other children nearby. Maya leaned back, feeling the warmth of the sun on her face. Adam signed that he had something important to say. Maya turned toward him, her full attention on his hands. Adam signed slowly and clearly. He shared that for a long time, his life felt like a closed room. He worked, cared for Leo, and slept. There was love, but there was also loneliness. Meeting Maya had opened a window in that room. Light had come in again. Maya listened, her eyes steady. When Adam finished, she took a deep breath. She signed that she had built strong walls around her heart after years of being misunderstood. She learned to rely only on herself. Adam's patience and respect had gently touched those walls. Some of them had begun to fall. They sat in silence after that, comfortable and calm. No words were needed. But life did not stop testing them. One afternoon, Maya had an online meeting with a new client. The client refused to use text or video captions and spoke quickly without looking at the screen. Maya typed messages asking for clarity, but the client grew frustrated. The meeting ended badly. Maya sat at her desk, staring at the screen. Her chest felt tight. Old feelings of being ignored returned. That evening, Adam noticed her quiet mood. He signed a question, asking what was wrong. Maya hesitated, then shared what had happened. Adam felt anger rise, but he stayed calm. He signed that her skills were valuable and that the problem was not her. He suggested finding clients who respected her needs. Maya nodded, but doubt lingered in her eyes. A few days later, Leo came home upset from school. A classmate had mocked his signing, calling it strange. Leo asked Adam if signing was bad. Adam's heart sank. He knelt beside Leo and explained gently that signing was a language, just like speaking. He told Leo that understanding others was a strength. That night, Adam shared this with Maya. Maya felt pain and fear. She worried that being close to her might bring challenges into Leo's life. She signed that maybe it was better to step back. That maybe Adam and Leo deserved an easier path. Adam's face showed surprise and sadness. He signed firmly but kindly. He said that avoiding difficulty did not bring peace. Facing it together did. He said Leo was proud to sign. He said he was proud too. Maya looked away, tears forming. Adam gently touched her hand. He signed that she did not need to disappear to protect them. They chose her. All of her. Days passed with heavy thoughts. Maya spent more time alone. Adam respected her space but stayed close. Then one evening, Maya attended a local art show. One of her designs was displayed. It showed hands reaching toward each other in different styles. People stopped to look. Some asked questions. A young girl approached Maya and signed a simple thank you. She said the art made her feel seen. Maya felt something shift inside her. She realized her voice did not need sound to matter. She went straight to Adam's apartment after the show. Adam opened the door, surprised. Maya signed quickly, emotion filling her movements. She signed that she was tired of hiding. That she wanted a life built on truth and courage. Adam listened, his eyes shining. He signed that he wanted the same. Leo came running in and hugged Maya tightly. Maya hugged him back, holding him close. From that day, they made small but strong choices. Adam attended school meetings and spoke about inclusion. Maya joined a group that supported accessible workspaces. Together, they faced comments and questions with calm confidence. Not every day was easy. Some people still stared. Some still did not understand. But they no longer felt alone. One warm evening, they returned to the coffee shop on River Street. The barista greeted Maya with a practiced sign and a smile. Maya signed back, gratitude clear on her face. They sat at their usual table. Adam watched Maya laugh silently at something Leo signed. In that moment, Adam knew something deep and steady had formed. Later, as they walked home under a sky painted with soft colors, Adam stopped. He took Maya's hands and signed carefully. He signed that love was not about fixing or saving. It was about choosing to walk together, even when the path was uneven. He asked if she would continue walking with him and Leo. Maya felt tears fall freely. She signed yes, her hands steady and sure. They stood there, hands joined, while the world moved around them. The story that began with a simple coffee order had grown into something lasting. A story of patience, respect, and shared strength. And for Maya, Adam, and Leo, it was only the beginning of a life built on understanding and quiet joy. Part 4. 1,600 words kaleko or interesting hunachia or third-person style malekni ha or simple basic English ka. Don't use any violated word. So please avoid any violated content. Don't use ... Part 4. Life moved forward in quiet but meaningful ways after that evening walk. Days did not suddenly become perfect. They became honest. Maya woke each morning with purpose. Adam woke with steadiness. Leo woke with curiosity and trust. They decided to move slowly and thoughtfully. Adam did not rush to change everything. Maya did not rush to promise more than she was ready to give. They focused on small routines. Breakfast together when possible. Walks after school. Shared silence that felt full instead of empty. Maya's work began to change. She redesigned her portfolio to clearly explain her communication needs. She added captions to every presentation and asked for written plans before meetings. Some clients walked away. Others stayed and respected her. The ones who stayed treated her like a professional, not a problem. Adam watched her confidence grow. He admired the way she stood firm without anger. He learned from her calm strength. At Leo's school, Adam spoke with teachers about inclusion. He suggested a short lesson on sign language and respect. One teacher agreed to try. A few weeks later, Leo came home smiling. He signed that his class learned simple signs for hello and thank you. Some kids even asked him to teach them more. Maya felt her chest fill with warmth when Leo shared this. She signed that he was helping change the world in his own way. Leo beamed with pride. As months passed, seasons shifted again. Summer brought longer evenings and open windows. Maya and Adam took Leo to the river, where he skipped stones and laughed. Maya sat beside Adam, feeling the breeze brush her face. She watched the water move and felt peaceful. One afternoon, Adam received news that his work hours might change. The company planned to move shifts. Adam worried about income and time with Leo. He shared the news with Maya through signs. Maya listened and thought carefully. She signed that change was hard but not always bad. She suggested they look at options together. They sat with papers and notes, planning calmly. For the first time in years, Adam did not feel alone when facing uncertainty. Later that week, Maya faced her own challenge. She was invited to present her work at a local design event. It was a big opportunity. The organizers promised captions and support, but Maya felt nervous. Standing in front of many people always brought old fears. Adam noticed her worry. He signed that fear meant the moment mattered. He signed that he would be there, front row, hands ready to listen. The day of the event arrived. The room was bright and filled with people. Maya stood on stage, hands steady. She presented her designs with clear slides and written explanations. She spoke through signs while captions followed on a screen. People watched closely. Some leaned forward. Some nodded. When she finished, the room filled with applause. Maya did not hear it, but she felt the vibration through the floor and saw the smiles. Adam stood and signed applause high above his head. Leo clapped proudly. After the event, several people approached Maya with respect. They asked thoughtful questions and offered work opportunities. Maya felt seen, not as someone needing help, but as someone with talent. That night, they celebrated with simple food at home. Leo fell asleep early, tired and happy. Maya and Adam sat quietly, holding cups of tea. Maya signed that she never imagined her life could feel this full. Adam signed that he felt the same. He signed that their lives had not been saved or fixed. They had been shared. As time went on, challenges still appeared. There were moments of misunderstanding with strangers. There were tired days and quiet doubts. But Maya and Adam learned to face them with honesty. When something hurt, they spoke through signs or writing. When one felt weak, the other stood steady. One evening, Maya received a message from her old school. They asked if she would speak to students about her journey. She hesitated, then agreed. At the school, Maya stood before a small group of young people. Some were deaf. Some were not. She shared her story through signs and text. She shared moments of struggle and moments of strength. She told them that being different did not mean being less. Adam watched from the back, holding Leo's hand. He felt deep respect. Leo looked up at Maya with shining eyes. After the talk, a parent approached Adam and thanked him for supporting Maya. Adam signed that support went both ways. That night, as they walked home under soft lights, Maya stopped. She signed that she had something important to say. She signed that love once scared her. It felt risky and loud in a world that often ignored her. But this love felt quiet and strong. It gave her space to be herself. Adam listened carefully. He signed that love for him had changed shape over time. It was no longer about filling a loss. It was about building something new with care. They stood there for a long moment, hands joined, hearts calm. Months later, on a gentle autumn day, they returned to the coffee shop on River Street. The same shop where everything began. The barista greeted Maya confidently in signs. Maya smiled and signed back with ease. They ordered coffee and sat by the window. Leo drew pictures on a napkin. Maya watched him and felt a deep sense of belonging. Adam looked around the shop and thought about that first day. A moment of patience had grown into a life of shared understanding. As they left the shop, Maya paused at the door. She looked back once, then forward again. Her life was still filled with silence. But it was no longer lonely. It was rich with connection, respect, and quiet joy. And for Maya, Adam, and Leo, the future was not something to fear. It was something they would face together, one signed moment at a time.